Thanks for joining us at 10. I'm Mark McPherson. Driving drunk with 9 kids in a camper. That's the allegations against a man who was arrested in Madison yesterday. He's now facing child abduction charges. Let's bring in WMTV's Shayna Najau. And Shayna, the 57-year-old Illinois man does know those children. That's according to police.
Yeah, that's right. He was staying at the Kalahari Resort in the Wisconsin Dells with those 9 kids and his girlfriend when he and his girlfriend got into a verbal fight. That's when the suspect drove off in his pickup truck with the kids in the camper attached to it. He left the woman behind. They left from the Wisconsin Dells, and that's when State Patrol says they started receiving calls from drivers who saw the kids waving from the camper and appeared to be in distress, at one point even signaling for people to call 911. Troopers then located the man's truck south on I-3990 near US 151. Followed it as it exited toward Madison, and State Patrol says then a high-risk stop was conducted on East Washington Avenue near East Springs Drive. The kids were safely brought to their families. At least 2 of them actually related to the driver. And after a field sobriety test, he was subsequently arrested for operating while under the influence, with passengers under 16 years of age. Lake Delton police say he is also facing those child abuse charges. Live in the studio, Shayna Najau, WMTV 15 News.